One, two, three. Hello guys, I'm Mr. Mechanic and I'm here with another video on my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm gonna just draw another sketch sample. You can see here, we are gonna exactly draw this sketch. Here we have the dimensions and we are gonna use some important tools like lines, arcs, and relations. So before getting started, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and put your comments. So let's get started as soon as it's possible. Here I have my SolidWorks open. Here I click on new. Here part, okay. I'm gonna draw my sketch on the front plane. So I left click on the front plane and then I click on sketch. So here I have my sketch open. We always start with the origin point, so you can see the origin point here. We always start with the origin point. So here we have a vertical line. Here I choose line, and then here when you get close to the origin point, you can see orange point appears. You can see here. It means that if you click on this, your line will be connected to the origin point, to this point here. So I click on the origin point and I draw a vertical line. Then we have a line that has an angle, so I draw the line like that. We will apply the dimensions and relations after I draw all the lines and arcs. So I'm just keep drawing lines. Here we have a horizontal line, so I draw a horizontal line. Then we have an arc, so here I choose arc, and then I choose the end of the line here, this point. So I click on that, then I click here. Then be careful, the center of the arc must be this side of your sketch. You can see the center is here, so I draw the arc. Then you have a vertical line, so I choose the line here and I choose this point of the arc, so I draw a vertical line. Then we have a line that has an angle, then I draw the line like that. Then we have an arc, so here I choose arc and I choose the end of the line here. Then the center of the arc must be this side of the sketch, so I draw the arc here. Then we have a vertical line, so I choose the line and then I draw a vertical. So I choose the point here and I draw a vertical line. Then we have a horizontal line, so I draw a horizontal line. Then we have a vertical line, and after that we have a arc here, so I choose arc and the center of the arc must be this side of the sketch, so I choose the point here, and then with the second click I will determine the center of the arc, so the center of the arc must be this side of the sketch. Then we have a line here, you can see it has an angle too, so I choose this point of the arc, so here I draw the line, and then we have a vertical line, so I draw a vertical line, and then we have to connect this point to this point, so I connect this point to this point. Okay, now we have to apply some relations, so we have drawn all the lines and arcs, and we have to fix our sketch and apply the dimensions after adding relations. So here this line is horizontal, you can see here. So I click on the line here and I choose a horizontal relation. And all the arcs here, must be tangent to their line. So I hold the control button and I choose the arc here and the line, and I have to choose them again. So you can see there are three entities that have been chosen. So here I press escape button and again I choose them. I hold the control button and I choose the arc and the line here. So you can see in add relation, you can see tangent relation. So click on the tangent relation and you can see the arc here is tangent to the line. So I hold the control button again and I choose the arc here and the line, and I choose tangent relation. Okay. Then I do the same thing with the other arcs. So the arc here and the line, they must be tangent. Or you can do the other, you can do adding a relation with another way. So you can just come here, and in add relation you can just choose these two entities, and here apply the tangent relation. So it doesn't matter if you hold the control button to choose these two entities, or you come here and choose them. It doesn't matter. But if you hold the control button and do like this, it's much easier. So here in add relations, I choose the tangent relation, okay? And here, the line here must be tangent to the arc here. Okay. You can see the relations here. If you can't see the relations, just come here in hide and show item, and you can active this option. If you deactivate this option, you can see you can't see the relation symbol. So here you can active this option. So we have applied our relations. Now we have to give them dimension. So I start with this line. So here I choose a smart dimension and I give it 75 millimeter dimension. So you can see it's 75 millimeter. Then we have 12 millimeter line here. So you can just hold the, you can click the right click on your mouse here, hold the right click on your mouse, and then choose this smart dimension. So it's much faster. So here you can apply the dimension. I choose the line here, and with the second click you can apply the dimension. The dimension is 12 millimeter. Press the enter button. Okay. The next dimension is the point here to this point. So the dimension between this point to this point is 20 millimeter. I choose the point here, and it's 20 millimeter. Then the next dimension is from this point to this point. So I choose this point here, and I give it 40 millimeter dimension. And the next dimension is the degree here. So it has 25 degree angle. So I choose the line here and here. Be careful, you can give it angle in many different ways. So you have to give it angle like that. So it's 25 millimeter. And the radius of this arc is 6 millimeter. It's 6 millimeter. And the dimension between this point to this point is 20 millimeter from the origin point here, and the point here, it's again I have to choose that. The point here and here is 20 millimeter. And the next dimension is from this line to this line. So I press the escape button, and again I choose the smart dimension, and here I choose this line and this line, and I give it 30 millimeter dimension. It's 30 millimeter, and here you can see the angle of this line is 30 degrees. So I do the same thing. I choose this line and this line, and I give it 30 degree dimension. The radius of this arc is 10 millimeter, so I give it 10 millimeter, and the dimension of this line is 10 millimeter again. And here the dimension is 10 millimeter, so I can give it 10 millimeter. Or you can just delete this dimension, and you can see the line here and here have the same dimension. If you use relations instead of the dimensions, it's much better. So your sketch will be more flexible. Just hold the control button and choose these two lines, and you can add relation you can add equal relations. So these two lines are now equals, and we can do the same thing with these two arcs. So I can hold the control and choose these two arcs and give it equal radius. So the radius of these two arcs are equal. The degree of this line is 30 degree. So I choose the line here and here. So I have to give it dimension again. So I choose this line and this line, 30 degrees. And You can see my sketch is turning to black. It means that my sketch is fully defined, but we have a blue line here. It means that our sketch is not fully defined yet. And if I move the sketch, you can see the sketch is moving, and it is moving in vertical way. So I have to give it a dimension in vertical way to make it fixed. So you can see there is a dimension here 100 millimeters. So I give it dimension from this line to this line 100 millimeter. So you can see all the lines and arcs are black, and our sketch is fully defined. You can see it's fully defined here. Now we have to draw only a polygon here. So here I choose polygon, and it has 6 sides. So in parameters it must be 6. Okay, the line here must be horizontal. So I choose the line, and in add relation I give it a horizontal relation, and the dimension is 15 millimeter. From this line to this line it's 15 millimeter, and the dimension from this point to this point, from this line is 45 millimeter, and the last dimension is from this line to this line is 8 millimeter. Now you can see we have drawn our sketch. It's fully defined. In the next video, we will draw another sketch. We will draw more complicated models, and we will go through the feature and 3D modeling. See you in the next video.